In this demonstration you will learn how to explore the live visual tree of your application. Let's switch to Visual Studio. Here I've opened the Customers App project that you can download from the course homepage on pluralsight.com. Now let's start the application and let's take a look at the live visual tree. When you debug a WPF application, Visual Studio shows here the live visual tree window. If you don't see that window, you can go to the debug menu and under Windows you can open it here. Now this live visual tree window shows you all the visual elements of your application. You can see here the main window and the grid that is defined in that main window. That grid contains, for example, a content control, and in that content control you see the customers view. Behind every element you see a number, which is the number of children. This is a total number. It also includes indirect children. So here, for example, on the header control, you can see the number 5. When you expand the header control, you can see it has only one direct child, which is the grid. So on the grid, you see the number 4, and the grid has also only one direct child, which is the stack panel. Here you see the number 3, and here you see the 3 children of the stack panel. When you see here somewhere a huge number of elements, it can be an indicator for a performance issue. Then you can try to change your SAML code to reduce the number of elements. Now, important, from here you can also navigate to the code. Let's say you want to see where this grid is defined. You can click on the angle brackets behind an element, and you see in this case it opens up the header control SAML file. Here the focus is already on this grid element to which you just navigated. Now let's close this file again and let's go back to the live visual tree window. By default, you see here only the elements that you have defined in your code. You can also uncheck this toggle button here, and then you will also see all the elements that are defined in control templates. Here you see, for example, that the control template for the window contains a border element, an adorner decorator, a content presenter, and an adorner layer. In the content presenter that is used in control templates of content controls, you find the grid that you have created in the main window. Now when you look, for example, here into the content control, you can see that it also contains a content presenter, and that one holds the customer's view. I checked this here again, so that you see here only the elements that are defined in the SAML code of our application. Now, some important parts of this toolbar here can also be shown in the running application. When you click here, this little icon, it means you enable the in-app toolbar. Let's do this. Now let's bring up the application again. Now you see here at the top this little toolbar. You can also collapse it if you want. The toolbar has different options. So for example, with this button here, you can directly open up the SAML binding failures window to show binding failures. But as you can see, in our app, we don't have any failures. Then there is this button on the left, and when you click that, you navigate directly to Visual Studio and the live visual tree window will be opened. Now I want to show you the most important functionality that I use regularly when I need to analyze and explore WPF applications. So let's open a customer and let's say you need to find out where this text box here is defined. To do that, you can check here this selection button. When I click it, note that it also gets checked here in the live visual tree window. So you could also check it there instead of using here the in-app toolbar. Now when you hover with the mouse over your application, you can see that elements get highlighted. So now I can click here on this first name text box, and you can see it directly gets selected in the live visual tree window. This means now I can go to the live visual tree window, I click here on the 2 angle brackets, And now you are here in the Customers View SAML file, where this text box is defined that is bound to the first name property. This means in the next step, you go to the Solution Explorer and you click here on the Sync with Active Document button, and then you also know where this Customers View SAML file is located. Alright, so far to the live visual tree window. In the next clip, let me show you how to inspect properties.